Hello, defense attorney Mark Rosenfeld here. I wanted to answer a question I got on Facebook this week during this coronavirus pandemic where everybody's staying at home. And the question is, are domestic violence cases up? And the answer is yes. We're experiencing at least 1,500 DUI arrests a week in the state, and that is higher than normal. Now, what is domestic violence? Domestic violence is like assault and battery, but on a cohabitant. Sometimes corporal injury upon a spouse is what it's referred to. And that is where there is physical violence between two people who are in some sort of relationship. It could be that they're spouses or partners. It could be that they are in a dating relationship, maybe a fiancé, or even just a relationship where they're living together and there is some sort of injury. Domestic violence is a very serious charge for a lot of different reasons, and it begins with the fact that there are mandatory arrests in a domestic violence situation. So if there is some sort of altercation, the neighbors may hear something and call the police. If the police respond and they see any sort of injury, there's going to be an arrest. And the injury could be scratching, bruising, even possibly broken furniture or something knocked over in the house or apartment, and the police will make an arrest. And depending on what the alleged injuries are, can determine what type of domestic violence, whether we're dealing with a misdemeanor or a felony or even a felony with great bodily injury. So if the police show up and there's been some sort of disagreement and there may be a bruising, a black eye, scratches even, that typically will be an arrest with misdemeanor filing. If there's more serious injury, cracked ribs or broken bones, that's going to be probably filed not only as a felony but with great bodily injury. And the difference between misdemeanor and felony is the severity of the punishments, whether someone is looking at possible jail time or state prison time. It's also very important to know with domestic violence, there's a lot of collateral consequences, things that may not be directly related to what happened, but can be punishments that can affect someone's professional license. There'll be a protective order, stay away order that may be put in place. And collateral consequences can also involve gun rights and other things that can affect someone's employment. So it's very important that these issues are addressed early on and dealt with correctly. There are defenses to domestic violence. There may be a self-defense situation where someone is protecting themselves, may have pushed someone away to protect themselves. That would not be domestic violence, but self-defense. There may be false accusations. There may be a misunderstanding that could rise to a level of defense. There also can be accident, which would not be an intentional act, not necessarily be criminal, and could be a defense to the case. Regardless of what's going on, if the police show up and an arrest is made, it's important to get an attorney hired and representing the person as soon as possible. Domestic violence cases can be settled, they can be dismissed, and they can go to trial. There's various reasons for each of those things. We don't want to talk or give more information or evidence to the police. We want to get a lawyer on board as soon as possible to help defend the case and hopefully get the case resolved without there being a conviction. If you've got other questions about domestic violence, you can call me at 310-424-3145. I'd also like to offer to have you email me any questions you may have regarding criminal law during this pandemic time, and I will review the questions. I'll pick a common or interesting question and do a video next week. If you've got questions, you can reach me. I'm attorney Mark Rosenfeld. My office is in Beverly Hills, 310-424-3145. Email me with the link and I will review the questions and answer. Take care. Be safe.